I'm standing here in front of the Veterans Memorial Courthouse, where the Honorable Judge Paula Manderfield is the presiding judge in the General Trial Division. Now, although she was unavailable for comment, I did speak with the Honorable Judge Dragonchuk about her stepping down from her position and what this means for the community. Because of this bridge's deterioration, the Ingham County Road Commission has decided on new weight restrictions in order to preserve this bridge over these railroad tracks. As students wait for gas prices to go back down, they may see themselves waiting here instead at one of these CATA bus stops. The Herkner's homemade cherry topping recipe was one of 49 products chosen to be part of the Made in Michigan display here at Meyer. Before you bring in your electronics for recycling, you may want to erase all of its information. Otherwise, all of this information is available to anyone. No 2 days are alike for the troopers in training.
It definitely varies, but we start out at 5 a.m. They play reveille. That's our wake up. We've got about 20 minutes to get ready, get our room prepared for inspection, get ready for PT. We line up, march down to PT, which is physical training, at 5:30.
Each week, there is something new to learn.
We're on the drive track this week. We did some water safety training, so it really kind of varies.
Before each meal, the recruits march down to the dining hall. There is no eye contact or talking while in line and preparing for mealtime. They continue with afternoon lessons and squad training, and it's lights out at 10 p.m.
It is a relief to get Friday night, get back in your car and kind of take a deep breath and say, okay, I made it through another week. They usually release next week's schedule that Friday, so we know what we're looking at next week, and you kind of already start mentally preparing yourself for the training that you're going to receive, the following week.
Sergeant Hernandez is in charge of recruiting for the department.
The trooper position is a full law enforcement trooper. They are out making traffic stops, they answer complaints, they have a full range of duties. When we go to the career fairs, we're looking for, we recruit heavily with the military, prior military, or any college-bound applicant who is interested in law enforcement. They don't necessarily have to have a criminal justice degree. Our minimum qualifications are a high school diploma or a GED, but we really focus on those who have some college or military experience, some work experience that would lead them in the direction of law enforcement.
Every day there's something different going on. You're not going into the same thing, and you get, as cliche as it sounds, you really get an opportunity to help people, and it's a job where I think you go home at night and you feel like you did something.
In Lansing, Chloe Hill, Home TV. Every year, a new round of MSU students arrive on campus for move-in.
The first couple of weeks, just nobody knows me. I don't know nobody, so it's pretty scary.
Some MSU students traveled internationally without knowing anyone or ever visiting campus.
The first reaction is pretty shocked, but over time I got used to it, so I think it's normal.
Beginning this fall, international students like Yi Dawn will have more options to make the transition to life in the U.S. a little easier by introducing the new Spartan Hostel and between semester housing plans. The Director of Campus Living Services and Resident Life at MSU had this comment. We decided to offer these services because it simply was the right thing to do. It is a safe, convenient, and cost-effective option for short-term housing for international students and other students who are unable to travel home in between semesters. Yi Dawn said she would have taken advantage of the housing options because finding a place to stay was hard work.
I got in the Snyder dorm earlier, so my roommate accepted me. They kind of got her approval for me in order to stay with her because she doesn't have a roommate. She's not supposed to have a roommate by that time.
It may have been a struggle, but Yi Dawn also sees this experience as one of her greatest achievements.
I feel really proud of myself by thinking back how I figured out all by myself. Yeah, first time, yeah, I prefer somebody help me if I can do it all over again. But I feel it's different lessons you can receive, so it's all great. I mean, great experiences.
Mark Ruhala understands the importance of living an active life.
It's very prominent in my mind, and I know that if we create these habits, the earlier we create these habits, then the longer that our brains will remain healthy.
Because Mark is thinking more about getting older, he has created a class for seniors to practice those habits.
Senior Mind Gym and Movement is essentially a way to engage seniors in exercise and movement that hopefully is fun, is joyous, and I designed the class so that they're all exercises that facilitate neurological connections that are efficient, are intelligent, and will create strong basis for long life.
Mark teaches different exercises and movements at the Ruhala Performing Arts Center that make these residents feel more calm and relaxed as they go on with the rest of their day.
I'm here to get everything I can out of the class. And last time I was here, I felt so good about just everything in general. I mean, I felt like my brain was optimal. I felt, kind of a sense of peace and feeling better about things. And I wanted to just, hold that emotion for as long as I could.
Debbie saw this class as her opening to get back to these activities.
I've gone by this building many times, and I've always been interested to know what's going on here because it says performing arts, and I'm all about that because I used to be an art teacher.
Debbie enjoys all of these movements and exercises and hopes to continue taking classes in the future.
I really appreciate Mark. I never knew what was going on in here till I came here, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope I have an opportunity to come here more and more.
In Hazlitt, Chloe Hill, Home TV.